Good day, ladies and gents, brothers, sisters, ma, pa's, uncles, aunts, whoever might be watching, whoever you might be to somebody else, welcome back. Yeah, we're going to continue on this 363 cubic inch build. I'm starting off with is the cylinder head cleanup. These are some Metalbrock Performer RPM cylinder heads. These are the heads that were on the previous build for him, that 302 small block Ford with the supercharger on it. But we're going to give these things some upgrades. So first of all, looking at the valve springs, these springs we put together and spec'd out for the cam that he was running at that time, which are about 140, 150 pounds on the seat. And then open pressure is like 370, 380, somewhere in there for hydraulic roller cam setup. But this cam that we are going with is quite a bit larger than what we had in that 302. So therefore, we need to upgrade the spring package. So we got some springs now. I gotta measure them out, see how they actually spec out, but they're the Edelbrock springs, the 5845s. Well, I might as well show you the retainers here too. So we got some retainers, 9736, and some keepers, 9611. So with that, I have to double check the install height, make sure we are correct there. And then I can grab my spring tester, the pressure tester, and we can go through them all and make sure that their spring rates are where they should be. The spring pressure at open and spring pressure at closed. What I'm shooting for on that is about 150 to 160 on the seat. And then open pressure, I'm looking for 450 pounds, somewhere in that range, is what Howard's have recommended for this camshaft. I believe they gave me a window of 430 to 470 pounds is what they wanted to see for this camshaft and this particular build with the boost and everything, because, you know, the boost adds pressure to your valve springs as well. I mean, that part might be minimal, I guess, but anywho, that's what they wanted anyway, so I'm going to spec them out for that, and these springs should get me very close to that anyway. So I'm going to check them out and see where we're at. Got to check for coil bind, see what the height is there, check for the retainer clearance to the valve seal, make sure those are good. Yeah, so that'll be a nice upgrade for these cylinder heads. Also, the studs that are on this head are, whoops, that's a 3/8 stud there. We are going with a 7/16, so a stronger stud on there. So I got this pulled out just for the sake of measuring up, but yeah, so we're gonna upgrade these to 7/16, and we are getting rid of these aluminum rocker arms. I don't know how much flex they have or the quality of these particular ones. I mean, they seem to be in okay shape, but we will be getting rid of these to the, maybe not the trash, but they're going to get off this cylinder head anyway. They work good for the combo that it was. And we are going with a steel style rocker arm. These things are very stout. I have used them on other builds and have yet to see a failure. These work really, really well. So these are for the 7/16 stud, and in case you want a part number on them, there you are. So we're going to upgrade those. And with this build, you notice here we have these inserts for the cylinder head holes. Okay, this is to adapt it down. That's a 1/2 inch, designed for a 1/2 inch. This stepped it down to, I believe it was a 7/16. We are no longer going to need these because we are going with 1/2 inch cylinder head studs. So we got the studs here, and these have already been gone through. The block was the block was honed with torque plates installed. Therefore, these were used to install the torque plates, and that all checked out. So yeah, we'll be able to get rid of these inserts. So we got a larger stud for these heads, so that'll be very nice as well. Definitely should help out with the boost and trying to, you know, keep the head from lifting up, right? So anyway, I'm going to get this thing tore down completely, and then we are going to test out the new Creeworks ultrasonic cleaner. we are going to test this thing out. This is actually still the same day from my last video there. And still got this thing heating. And I heard that these take quite a while to get up to temperature. So it's been just over an hour, I guess. Hour and a half or so. And yeah, we're about 102 degrees or so. So it's only gone up from like 70 degrees to 100 degrees in just over an hour. So it's a little slow on the heating side, but I mean, there's a lot of water in here. And I don't know how well the cylinder head's gonna fit in there, but man, I'm sure we're gonna try. It'll probably be like angled a bit, and we'll get half the head or 3/4 head or 2/3 the head or something like that. And then I'll flip it and do it the other way. And we'll just see how this works out. So yes, it's just water, and I'm using Cascade pods for the detergent on it. I used that on the smaller 6-liter cleaner a while back, and it worked amazing actually for cleaning pistons and connecting rods. So I'm going to do it again, just on a larger scale here, and I'll show you how it works. So I'll give you a before and after on those cylinder heads, and yeah, you can see for yourself. All right, so I got this cylinder head stripped down, and majority of the silicone knocked off anyway. A lot of that is difficult to get off, and I'll probably hit that with a Scotch-Brite yet. However, I am curious if the ultrasonic cleaner will get any of that off. My bet is no. But anyway, we're going to try it. I got majority of it knocked off. Yeah, his valve cover had been leaking. He had a thinner, like a stamped steel type valve cover previously, and it didn't want to seal very nice, so I attempted with some silicone at that time. Yeah, now it's just kind of tough to get off, but that's all right. I did the intake side as well last time. Got it cleaned up now though for the most part. So I'm just too curious. I got to throw this thing in the ultrasonic cleaner, see if I can get it to fit in any way, shape, or form, and we'll turn it on. So majority of the dirtiness, I guess, I'm trying to remove is the exhaust side. You know, that side's pretty dirty. The chamber side isn't too bad. You got the little bit of residue on here from the gasket, as well as from the spray gasket stuff that I used at that time. So yeah, I'll get this set up here and we'll put a head in and see what it looks like. All right, hopefully the heater doesn't go on now because I'm like right underneath it. Here is our bath of water right now. And it's been close to, it's been about 2.5 hours. And we're about 130 degrees now. So yeah, it definitely takes a while to heat up. Let's grab us, I don't know, how many do you think? 4? We'll get 4 of these things in there, I think. These are the Cascade Originals. So let's go ahead and plop 4 of these guys in there. Oh yeah. Ooh, that's spicy. Woo. That's hot. I'll get the head. And of course, there goes the heater. Okay, so let's see here. That's not gonna fit straight in. And I'm probably gonna have like an overflow happen here. Let's see here. Is that half the head in there? Close. Let's try that angle. I don't like the way that looks. I think we're gonna go like that. I don't know, is that gonna interfere with the ultrasonic signals of the machine? I don't know. So I guess I won't be able to close it. But yeah, that's what we're looking like right now. That's a, Alright, so I'm going to turn this thing on. The 30-minute mark here. And we'll see what happens. I'm a little concerned that the fact that the cylinder head is touching the actual basket here, or not the basket, but the tub. I don't know if that's going to interfere with any of the harmonics, but we're going to find out. We'll let this go for half an hour, and we'll see what it looks like after. Alright, so our 30-minute timer is now up. We're going to take a little look-see. Oh, that head got really hot. This is obviously not the right glove for this, but I'm gonna go ahead and put them on anyway. See how wet I can get them. Let's take a look here. Look at that. That ain't half bad. Wow. Okay. Well, here's what I'm going to do. Give me 1 sec. I'm just going to take that head out a little bit here. I got some, I put the valves in there so that they could also take a bath in here. So I was just shaking them up here just to move them around a little. Okay. So you can see how dirty the water is. And that's 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do, this is going to take me a while to go through this head apparently, but I'm going to do another 30 minutes on this side, and then I'm going to flip the head around, so if this side's under, I'm going to do that for an hour. 30 minutes, then 30 minutes. So we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so I screwed up. Those who probably already guessed it, I don't know if that's picking up funny on the sound. The heads, I pulled them out. I did the one for like tilted in, 30 minutes, shook things around, another 30 minutes. This way, same thing, 30 minutes, and then another 30 minutes. So a total of 2 hours I had that head in there. Yeah, I think that was too long. I'm learning that one the hard way. I did the second head at half the time, half an hour and half an hour. And it looks a lot better as far as that goes. I mean, it's just got a little discoloration, but I'll clean that up. But let me show you what happened. So this is kind of what I expected it to look like coming out. You know, it's smooth. The texture itself hasn't changed at all. Yeah, this is what I expected it to look like. This is what the first one came out like. I don't know if you're able to see it, but look at how porous that got. Like it really just changed the aluminum on the face. But here's the thing, it only did it on the deck. It didn't do it on the other surfaces. Like I just got a hit with Scotch-Brite and it would be cleaned up here, but like it's fine. So the only thing I can think of is I just had it in there too long. I don't know. Because this one here is literally, the solution is exactly the same for this one and this one. Yeah, you can see the color line there from it setting at an angle in there because it doesn't fit all the way, but the only thing different is this was half the time as what this was in there. So, yeah, that's unfortunate. So needless to say, I screwed up, and I will have to get these heads to the shop and get them decked. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Whatever, it'll be a couple $100 and then it's fixed and it's done. And to be honest, now I know I'm just trying to make myself feel better here, but the head should probably be decked anyway. I mean, we got a block that is nicely decked and ready to go and plans on putting a lot of power through it. So it'd be a good idea to have those cut with fresh surfaces anyway. But it would have probably worked without getting them decked. Now I'm just forced to get them decked. So I'll be calling machine shop next week because it's the weekend, and I'll be arranging that and get that together, and then we'll be dialed. So it worked, but I did too long, so it was kind of a bust. Like I did, you know, the valves. Oh, that's not focusing at all. Yeah, anyway, can't get it to focus. But yeah, I did the valves, I did all the guides, everything. Like, it turned out great, just great. But the aluminum, go figure. Too long in there, man, too long. So anyway, I'm done rambling. Thanks a lot for checking out another one, and stay tuned for the correction on my mistake.